Okay, so we will start with the term what is modern lifestyle, then we will come to what is hypokinetic diseases. What is the problem with our modern lifestyle? Is there any problem in our modern lifestyle? That is what is supposed to study in this topic. If there is any problem in modern lifestyle only, then we need to bother about that. The main problem that scientists and people are facing is that modern lifestyle makes people more fat or more obese. So that is one problem. Then along with being fat, it also creates a lot of problem like back pain. That is another, because most of the time we are using a computer, what we will be sitting in a chair. So that is how we are working. Most of the modern jobs are sitting jobs or sedentary jobs. Doesn't need lot of physical work. So in modern lifestyle, our physical work is reducing. Even you are also studying degree and other thing. The first type of job you will be looking for is some kind of job that has less physical work or more of mental or intellectual work. Such types of jobs are in demand, whereas physical work, like the work of a carpenter or work of a plumber or work of an electrician, they all involve a lot of physical activity. Very few people are interested in that because it is involve physical hardship. But the problem with this type of lifestyle is that human being is an animal, and this animal has been designed by the nature to lead a lifestyle which involves walking, running, and jumping. So we need walking, we need jumping, and we need running. This is how our body has been designed by nature. So when we are not getting these three activities, our body will be suffering. That is why nowadays there is a lot of demand for these sports centers, health centers. Everywhere you can see that these centers are mushrooming. In every nook and corner of Kerala, there are a lot of gym, and there are other sports centers are there like shuttle, badminton, football, cricket. Such indoor areas are coming up in everywhere. The reason is that people do not do this kind of activities, so they want to keep their body fit. The only way is for going for gym. So if you do not have the normal physical activity in our day-to-day life, our body will be suffering, and that will be leading to a lot of problems. So lifestyle diseases are the result of the way we lead our life. Because all the people do not have lifestyle disease. For example, a farmer or agricultural person or a daily laborer or a person involved in construction work, carpentry work. They do not need any kind of gym. They don't want to go for a gym or other kind of sports activities daily because they get a lot of physical work in their day-to-day life. So only if we are not getting that physical work or physical activity, that will be leading to this kind of problems like back pain, obesity, cholesterol, high blood pressure. So a lot of complications are there. Then these are also named as diseases of longevity or diseases of civilization. Longevity means at your age you don't have any problem. But when you reach my age, you will slowly start developing a lot of problems like cholesterol, high blood pressure, then blood sugar increase, then back pain, obesity. So after a period of 30 or 35 years, unless you regularly maintain your body, your body will be experiencing a lot of problems. Main problem is the back pain, then obesity, then along with that comes cholesterol, blood pressure, then sugar, all comes along with that. So this is the problem. That is, as our age is increasing, our body is showing this kind of disease. That is why they are known as diseases of longevity. Longevity means lifespan. Longer we are living, more chance we are having to develop these sort of diseases. So such kind of diseases are therefore called diseases of longevity. Then diseases of civilization, because earlier how people are living, for example, if you are going back to some 2000 years back, how people in Kerala were living, most of them will be engaging in some kind of agricultural work. You don't need to go back to that much year, maybe 1000 years back, or even 200 years back, or 100 years back. Most of our people are engaged in agricultural activity. So all these people will be having sufficient exercise, and they will be engaging in some kind of daily physical activity. So as our civilization is improving, now we have reached a level of AI. And with the AI, many of the things, for example, if you want to turn on a switch, you can simply, there are a lot of options, you can simply tell your mobile, please turn on the fan. There is option for that right now. Now if I ask my mobile, if you install a Google Assistant, just tell me, if I am speaking to my mobile, just play YouTube. It will immediately take you YouTube. Or you just tell the songs of one particular person. Be playing that song. So there are such technologies are coming everywhere. Because the problem now human race is facing is population decrease. So when population is decreasing, what will be the impact? There will be fewer people. And we have to manage activities which we used to do with a lot of people. So Europeans are very quick in introducing newer technology, because they know that unless some kind of automatic system will be coming up, their countries will be going back. Because and Asian countries will be quickly, Asian countries and African countries will overpower. So they know that. That is why they bring out this kind of technology known as AI. So with the AI, our involvement in physical work will again decrease. So that is why as our civilization is improving, we will be doing lesser and lesser physical work. So lifestyle diseases are result of a ill relationship of people with their environment. So you remember the first sentence I told you. Human beings are designed to walk, run and jump. That is how human beings are designed by the nature. So that is our body needs a lot of walking, running and jumping. And if these three activities are missing in your life, there is no proper relationship, or we can say ill relationship, and that will be affecting our body. Nature won't be affected, only our body will be affected. So that is why these kind of problems are developing. Now we have to understand the meaning of the word hypokinetic. Hypo, everybody knows. Hypo means low, and kinetic means speed. So hypokinetic means slow speed in your life. That is, instead of walking fast, you are moving very slowly. So when physical activity, the speed of physical activity is decreasing in your life, what will be the impact? That will be affecting. For example, you are not moving your legs. For you might have noticed that sometimes people are going to space, sometimes to move. When these people are coming back, they may not be able to move their legs or arms much, because in space there is zero gravity. So moving there is very easy. But when they are coming back, even to walk, even to step out of that capsule or vehicle will be very difficult unless they are supported by someone. That is, if you are not moving your legs, you may not be able to walk after some time. So that happens. That is why slow activity, slow speed of activity will be affecting the physical performance of most of your organ, especially your muscle. They need daily activity. So if you are not giving the daily exercise or daily activity, that will be affecting your muscle and your body system. So here you can see the World Health Organization has warned that 270 million people are susceptible of falling victim to diseases linked to unhealthy lifestyle. So this is one problem of present day generation, because unhealthy lifestyle means a lifestyle that always has lesser physical activity. So if you do not have enough physical activity, that will be severely, for example, after a while, now you are all young, you are all student, but after 20 years or 25 years, you may notice yourself that you are not eating much, still your body is increasing, your body is getting more fat. Why this is happening? So that is because up to the age of 25, you are somehow growing. Maximum up to the age of 25, you can say you are in a growing state. But after 25, then there is zero growth. Then the growth, there is no growth. Other thing is happening. What is aging has started. So as you move away from 25, as you are moving further from 25, the aging process in your body is increasing, and slowly you might notice that there are several new phenomenon occurring in your body which was not present in your body earlier, because this aging process has started. So this is how your body will be reacting. So 270 million people are susceptible. That is an indication of how this lifestyle diseases or lifestyle can affect the lifespan of people. Most of these people are thought to come from China, India, Pakistan, and Indonesia, because these countries were supposed to be developing fast. Pakistan has gone a little back now, but other three countries, Indonesia, India, and China, they are actually the economical no, 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 engines of Asia, or we can say the most of the economic development are right now concentrated on these three countries. Indonesia is a very populous country. China and India is also a populous country. So Asia has a lot of many countries which are fast, and because of this fast growth, you can see that in India also there are a lot of people who are super rich. So many people have a lot of money. At the same time, so many people do not have sufficient money. They are still poor. So this is how India is growing. Rich becomes more rich, poor stay poor. That is how this is an. If you go to America also, you can see there are a lot of rich people there. Same time, you can also see beggars in the road, just like as we see in India. So that kind of development is what is happening right now. That is why people are not happy with the both of state as well as central government, because we need job, we need money. We have, nobody is scared whether India is the third largest economy. What we are only cared is whether we have job, we have sufficient money, we have good salary. These are the things everybody, every common person in India is concerned. So though India is developing, there is one problem with India is that development of India is not reaching the family income, or is not improving the family income of most of the families. So that kind of what called improper economic development is what is happening. But at the same time, you can see that so many people are getting more and more rich. Right now, you might have noticed what Ambani is doing with the marriage of their daughter. You might have noticed in YouTube. They have a lot of money. But one problem we have, economic start telling that in India, majority of our wealth is actually held by 3% of the people. 97% of the people in India are poor. They do not have sufficient money. So you may have, there are people from commerce background or economic background. In India, government is taking income tax. You know, only 1.8% of people in India are paying income tax. Rest are not paying income tax. There are several reasons. So this way, if you look at that, what is happening in India is that an improper way of development. So this is not the case in European countries. If we go to European countries, we cannot see so much income disparity. So income disparity can also create problem. So what I am telling is that as the income of the country is increasing, people will have more money. They will be purchasing more expensive food item. They will be eating more fat rich food, like you take burger, you take sweets. All these will be increasing the fat level or cholesterol level in your body, and you will be falling victim to a lot of problem. Here you will have an idea of what are the common, some of the common lifestyle. For example, chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, AIDS. What are the diseases which we call as chronic disease? You might have heard about chronic bachelor. There is a cinema. What is the meaning of the word chronic? Chronic means for a long time. So that is, the chronic bachelor means the person is a bachelor for a long time. So chronic means remaining for a long time. So chronic disease means that disease will be present in you for a long time. There is a blood pressure. There is no cure for that. Once you have that, it will be with you till the end of your life. Similarly, diabetes, AIDS, cancer, they will not go all on a sudden. So this they progress very slowly, but they remain in your body. Such type of diseases are known as chronic disease. They will be accounting for 65% of the death in India, compared with 53% in 2005. So there is, in the last 20 years, the way people are dying has changed. There is a lot of demographic changes is happening. Earlier, many people were dying because of bacterial disease, viral disease, but still more people are now dying because of this kind of metabolic disease. Metabolic disease means disease which are gradually affecting our body through our way of life. By 2020, the chronic diseases have expected to claim 7.63 million lives in India, compared with the 3.78. That is, this past data. That is the number of people who were dying because of chronic disease like cancer, heart attack, etc. They were increasing. And the reason is that as India's wealth is increasing, people are having more money. Some people in India will be more rich and they will be consuming more fat rich food, and that will be affecting their life, and they will be mostly dying because of this kind of chronic disease like heart attack, cancer or hypertension, etc. Now if you look at the way people are dying in India, most people are dying because of either heart attack, some are dying because of stroke. So both are actually related with the way of life. Then India, that is already home to the largest number of diabetes patients, is projected to have 30 million diabetes. That is, India is always said to be the diabetes capital of the world. So India is always said to be the diabetes capital of the world, because in India we are actually taking a lot of carbohydrate. And this carbohydrate is actually increasing the chance of developing diabetes, because if you are taking rice 2 times a day after a period of 30 years, you are actually increasing the possibility of developing diabetes. So the best thing, because that is our the traditional system in Kerala. So taking rice at night is not always advisable. So when you live, if that is how your family is doing, when you are running a family of your own, always make sure that you take rice only in the lunch time, and for dinner you take some chapati or some other thing. Otherwise, what will be the problem is that will be increasing the chance of developing diabetes. In America also, diabetes is far less. Even though they are very obese, they have less diabetes. The reason is that they take less carbohydrate. They take too much meat and too much fish or other fat related products, but they take less carbohydrate. So in India we have more diabetes because we are eating too much carbohydrate rich food. The problem with the diabetes is that diabetes is a disease that can affect almost every system in your body, your respiratory system, your circulatory system, reproductive system, endocrine, whatever systems are there in your body, all these systems can be severely damaged by diabetes. Even your vision can be damaged, everybody knows. Because diabetes is too much sugar in your body, and that sugar can interfere with the functioning of most of the organs in your body. So that is why diabetes is actually a dangerous disease. Once it is developed in your body, it is very difficult to keep it in control unless we take strict health measures. So that is a problem with India. A recent study has estimated that nearly 11% of India's urban population, so 11% of the urban population in India is having diabetes. Maybe the data may be much, the real fact may be, figure may be much higher. Then only 3% of rural population is only having diabetes. There could be two reasons for that lesser level in villages. One is data from villages may not be properly available. So instead of 3%, it may be 5% or 6% or more than that. Other reason is that village people or rural people will be engaged in more physical activity like agriculture or other kind of activity. So they will be working more, so they have less chance of developing diabetes. Here you have a list of some of the important lifestyle diseases which are affecting the population of our country. There are a lot of diseases like Alzheimer's disease, arteriosclerosis, asthma, then cirrhosis, diabetes, osteoporosis, depression, stroke, chronic renal failure. So these are some of the major lifestyle diseases which are affecting us. Now we will be coming to those diseases later. What are the reasons for lifestyle disease? Why it is happening? What are the reasons for lifestyle disease? We have to understand that also. I think that's 8 minutes. There was some sentence here which was missing. There are a number of reasons for lifestyle diseases about which we have to study. The reason for lifestyle disease, there are two main reasons are there. One is slow activity in your life. One is our life is becoming more slow, especially in physical activity. So reduced physical activity, and second more important reason is increased intake of fat. So one is increased intake of fat. For example, you are taking biryani, then you go to bakery and you take a lot of sweets, and they will be containing mostly sugar as well as ghee. So that will be increasing the cholesterol level in your body. So if you are taking all this fat rich food or sugar rich food, finally the amount of fat in your body will be increasing, and this fat will be converted into cholesterol, and cholesterol will be will be present on the inner side of your blood vessel. And when that happens is that your diameter of your blood vessel or the cavity inside your blood vessel will be reduced. Blood may not be able to flow very fast, and that will be increasing the pressure of the blood, and you will have higher blood pressure. So this is how the system is working. So one major problem is that increased intake of fat. Second major reason is that people are engaging reduced physical work. One is increased fat intake. Second reason is that reduced physical work. You take most of the job nowadays available, especially IT job, even in teaching job. Now it is mostly computer based. Because I have been teaching for 25 years now. But the last 10 years, it has become more and more IT computer based. Earlier, when I was teaching, we don't have computer, we don't have projector, we have only this kind of board. And we will be writing most of the time, and there is no projector. Even projector is there, using that is a lot of time consuming. We have to spend a lot of time for preparation, making the films and other things. So that is not easy. Now it is very easy to use a projector. So that is so even in teaching the people the physical activity is getting reduced, decreasing. So that is present in the of almost every job. You take the job of a doctor, he will be sitting most of the time. You take the job of an office person, clerical person, he will be sitting most of the time. For example, you go to the office. See, they are sitting majority of the time. So you will take an IT professional. Their main problem is that they have back pain. So back pain is because our body needs some kind of, as I told you, walking, running, and the jumping. These are needed by our body regularly. So when they are missing in your life, your body will be responding, and one such a problem is response is the back pain. So reduced physical activity, increased intake of what is known as sugar and fat can lead to this. Then other problems are also there. For example, when people are having too much money, what they will be doing, they will be taking a lot of alcohol. Some people will be taking drugs. So increased money. That is why when a country is becoming wealthy, the chances of people developing diabetes and other lifestyle diseases are actually increasing. The reason is that people will be consuming alcohol and other kinds of harmful drugs or other kind of harmful intoxicating substances. Some people will be smoking, but nowadays smoking is increasing. People consider smoking as some kind of fashion or something. So that will be also causing problem. Everybody knows that smoking can lead to cancer and it can kill you, but still nobody is concerned, especially when young, you might not be bothered much. Then another problem these days, people are society is the people are delaying the marriage age. So that can also affect the life of the person. So when the marriage age is delayed, what happens is that, for example, normally when girls are marrying at the age of 23, 24, and that has been now extended to 26, 27, 28. Some people are marrying at 30. What will be there? Then we have too much money. You will be taking lot of that money for improving or eating other things. So slowly, what happens is that your body will be suffering. So that is the problem that happens with the men also. So when you are delaying marriage, that can also can be a reason for increased chance of lifestyle diseases. Because when you are marrying at a normal age of around 25, you have a child, then you will have to look after that child. So what is that? Normally you will be fully occupied. You have very little time, and you are fully because for looking after a small child is not an easy job. So you have a lot of work. But when that is not coming, when that is not happening in your life, your body will be getting more obese. So nobody is understanding. This is happening everywhere. Not only in India, even in China, even in Indonesia, in all the Asian countries which are developing, we can see that marriage age is increasing is getting delayed. People are not ready to have babies now because nobody wants to have many people instead of having 3 or 4 babies earlier. People now prefer only two. Some only prefer one. Some prefer that why should we have a baby? So that is why population is decreasing. So it has an impact on population, but at the same time that also has an impact on on your health also, individual health also. So this kind of problems are happening in our society. So these are some of the reasons. A few more minor reasons are also there because that sentence slide is missing. I forgot some of the points which are, but these are the main points. Increased intake of fat, reduced physical activity, then using these kind of drugs and alcohol, etc., can all lead to many of the lifestyle diseases. Then we have some many common type of lifestyle diseases about which we will be discussing in our next class. For the time being, this is sufficient. Okay.